What is up, people? And welcome back to the Highline Podcast. And it is Euros week.
Buzzing. I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Which we do need, in fairness, when you think about it. We need a really good week in terms of we're going to have so much to discuss in terms of build-up for Euros. This is a Euros special, as you know, by clicking the title, because we're going to be going through our predictions, both of our predictions. Well, we're not going to do separate. We're going to do our predictions, group stage, right through to the final. So we're going to have who we think is going to win the Euros tonight. And I'm really excited. What do you think?
Can't wait. We're so long without football.
Well, that's always
I know it's only been 3 weeks, but that's so long for me.
2-3 weeks.
And the transfer window is relatively quiet because the Euros are coming up.
Yeah.
The squads have all been announced. We know who's going. Big shocks, big decisions, big calls, and let the games begin.
I have to just touch on this really quick again, because we said last week that we definitely know this week the situation with Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag still doesn't know.
Do any of us know?
It just looks like more of the same. It's a really bad start. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I really can't believe.
It's actually borderline scandalous.
Yeah.
It's a mess. They've made the whole process a mess. This end of season review that's taken 2 weeks to conduct didn't need 2 days. Never mind 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's not good luck for them. It's a really bad look for them. I think Newcastle playing such hardball with Dan Ashworth has kind of thrown them a bit.
But
I think they're a bit.
Make a call.
They should be well able to make a call, and they should be able to consult Ashworth as well. If not, Ashworth doesn't need to be sat across the table from them. He can be on a phone call, but it's just it's like you said. It's a really bad look for them. There's reports coming out every day that this candidate won't be doing it like Tuchel.
I was shocked.
Out straight away.
I was shocked. They met with Tuchel.
There's rumours saying Pochettino won't be getting the job. De Zerbi won't be getting the job. Southgate won't be getting the job. Who is left?
You threw out a theory to me, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's to do with a certain manager that's managing in the Euros, a certain early exit. So we're going to touch on it, I'm sure. But we're starting with Group A, right? Consistent of Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. I think, are we both gearing towards Germany top?
Yeah.
So we'll
For sure.
that.
For sure.
I'm going.
I've high hopes for Germany. Well, not high hopes. Instead of expectations, it's hope. I like their squad. I like their team. In particular, the attack, even midfield. I mean, Kimmich and Goretzka are as reliable as it comes. And then you've got Musiala, Wirtz, whatever way he's going to play them, whether they're inverted wingers.
Is such an exciting player to watch always.
Wirtz is amazing as well.
Yeah.
And Kai Havertz is in the form of his career after coming off the back of a really good end of season with Arsenal. And I like Nagelsmann as coach.
Yeah.
I definitely think they could do something. Rudiger, Neuer, solid. I think Germany could do something.
Who do you think will finish second here? I personally probably leaning more towards the Swiss. They tend to play well. They tend to play really well in these kind of tournaments.
They've Sommer in net as well.
McTominay for Scotland?
No.
Yeah.
It's very well McTominay could be playing at the base of a midfield. John McGinn, Scotland don't have a bad team. John McGinn, Andy Robertson. I saw Andy Robertson had to leave training early.
Did he?
I think it was 2 days ago, so that's a scare. But Scotland, they've got some nice players, no doubt. Good spirit, great fans. I just don't think they have the firepower up front to get them past Switzerland there. So I would go Switzerland,
Scotland,
second.
Hungary.
Yeah, well, Hungary lost to the Republic of Ireland there last week.
That's exactly.
So that's my mind made up on them.
That's exactly my thoughts.
Now, Szoboszlai could have something to say, but he's not really in great form, is he?
I thought his second half of the season was very disappointing, and it was really down to the standards he set when he came in.
And me and you were actually really impressed with him.
I thought he was brilliant.
I thought it was a weird signing when he first came, because he was kind of gone off the ball. He had been injured. 70 million's a lot of money.
Yeah,
and he did deliver from straight away. He was playing really well in midfield, but yeah, second half of the season just dropped the ball a bit.
Big time in my opinion.
This is a big group. I'm just looking at it here now. It's a big group.
Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. There's always that team that no one expects to go far that does go far,
especially in these kind of groups.
Without a doubt,
there's going to be one team definitely disappointed here.
Oh, for sure.
If not two,
for sure. But third place teams go in order of best performance.
Yeah, So yeah.
There is still a chance for everybody here. So there's only 6.
But all you need there is Albania to get one win, and it blows
Wide open.
Blows everything
wide open. Who's your top there?
Lean towards Spain.
Yeah.
Spain have a really interesting team, actually. I was going through
It's
the
a young
squad.
team.
It's really young, but then they've Rodri
Yeah.
just manning the ship with Pedri beside him. And then Morata. Now, Morata is, you can't hang your hat on him,
No.
but he has experience.
Without a doubt.
And even David Raya and goals, you know?
So we're leaving Spain. Italy or Croatia then is, I'm guessing, who we're in between for second place.
Of course. Croatia always seem to have
Good,
something.
don't they?
Their midfield is so important to them.
Yeah.
You know, Brozovic and Modric.
You should say Modric hasn't played a huge amount for Real Madrid.
He always pulls it out of the bag.
Yeah.
Always pulls it out of the bag.
Especially for his country.
Italy are a bit... Few nice players here and there, but I don't think they're the finished article
I
yet.
lean towards Croatia there.
I would as well.
I'd lean Croatia. And I'd obviously have Italy in
In third. But I feel like Italy... I think Italy could produce something, a bit of a shock as well. Like, if they start Scamacca up front, and Scamacca's coming off really good end to the season with Atalanta. He played really well. You know, I remember Italy in Euro 2012 and not much was expected of them, and Balotelli just fired them. Pirlo played in midfield and they just had a really good tournament. So, I don't know, it's a tough one. I definitely have Spain top.
Okay.
I definitely have Spain top. And as well with Spain is if Lamine Yamal starts, like that's a 16-year-old starting
I know,
Euros. That's and if
He's a
and
baller
he and,
too. We've seen him play.
and I'm looking at. I was reading articles on him, and like the Spanish public are like
They want to
hanging
start.
their hat on him. They're saying this guy has to start, and I think even Barcelona didn't want him starting, but they just couldn't keep him out of the team. He's been playing that good. I'm gonna go Italy second, and Croatia third.
Okay.
But that's not me ruling out Croatia going deep into it, because Croatia always seem to go deep into tournaments.
The next group is an interesting one.
For sure.
Slovakia, Denmark, Serbia, and England.
One of the favourites, you've got to say, is in there.
For sure.
What are you thinking?
Well, I tell you,
Is there a hiccup there for them?
I want to talk to you about something. Okay, last week on the highlight, I said England will win. I have U-turned fully.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've fully U-turned. I think they're going to have a bad tournament, England. I think they've had a bad build-up. I think they've had a bad few squad selections. I don't like a lot of
the players they left at home. To be honest with you, I think big names that can really make a difference in games. Even
I
if
think
they're-
Maguire and Rashford are big personalities.
They're
in the camp.
massive.
Even Grealish. Grealish is a big
and
personality.
I would
as
say
well.
even Maddison, no matter how
how stale he's been at the end of the season.
He has been really stale.
He has, but he has the ability to unlock, and very few players at England unlock.
I wouldn't be as mad about Maddison as the others. I think Eze has been in far better form. And even in the international friendlies, Eze has been the one beaming light in that team, along with Adam Wharton. But I think bringing both Wharton and Manu is a big call. They're very inexperienced. And I have as my one to watch for the tournament. I'm not sure whether we were going to go into that later on. But my one to watch for the tournament is Trent in midfield.
we sat and argued.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's one to watch. I think it's going to backfire.
Do you?
Yeah. I think he's going to get found out. Because it's quite obvious he's going to be playing midfield, I think. He was given the number 8 jersey. Reports came out.
But do you think? I think the way Gareth will set up, if he's in midfield, it'll be Rice in the 6,
Yeah.
and it'll be Trent in the 8.
Yeah.
And
Bellingham in the
I
10.
would much rather Trent in the 8 off the right hand side than Rice. I think that works. I do. I think they're good enough. I am quite torn now. That's an incredible midfield. If you're just looking at raw players, Declan Rice, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Bellingham. I understand Trent's not a midfielder, but as talent, that's some midfield.
Well, this whole debate about Trent in midfield will be settled.
I'm really excited.
It's such an interesting one. That's why I have, like, when I was thinking of if we were to do one to watch, teams, players, and I just think, or wonder kids, all these sort of things came to mind. Yeah. And just the one thing that glares out to me is I'm so intrigued to see how he gets on in midfield there. Because it's not the toughest. Denmark is tough. Serbia can be tough. It's not the toughest on paper, but they could definitely. There's some dogged teams there that could find him out.
I agree with you.
And if he's exposed, in a position he's not used to on the biggest stage in Europe. It's a long way back.
I think he passes the test, you know. I think he passes the test in the group stages.
Okay.
I think it's when he's up against true midfielders. Like, I think he'd be in a good bit of danger, for example, in the knockouts if he came up against a Rodri-Pedri duo. Like, I think they're going to be...
Well, established midfielders.
Established midfielders. I think that's where he'll get found out because he hasn't had enough time there. He has not got enough hours in midfield to be up to be comfortable enough against the best of the best, and they're going to be up against it in this tournament. So I think
just really quickly, what's your starting 11 for England? Because it's so debated. Where do you have all
England
the
is obviously the team we're going to talk about the most. It's
Yeah.
the team, we're a Premier League
It's
podcast.
the most scrutinised. It's all the players that we talk about week in, week out are playing.
Pickford, Shaw if fit.
He played a big gamble not bringing another left back.
He did. Stones.
Yeah. No Maguire. So who is it?
No Maguire, I know. No Maguire. Gahey. I would say Gahey. And right back, I would say possibly Trippier.
No Kyle Walker.
If you go back, he always bloody plays Trippier.
He does, but I think he'll play Walker.
I think he should play Walker.
I think he should play Walker. I think it'll be Rice, Trent, Bellingham. I think that's
pretty set. I think that's pretty set as well. I think the front three is set. It's whether it works.
You think it's Foden, Kane,
Saka.
Foden, Kane, Saka. Yeah. Foden off the left, of course.
Yeah.
He prefers the right.
Foden has struggled off the wing for England. It's not the same as playing on the wing for City.
No, it isn't.
There's not the same licence, because if you think about it, Foden's not going to be let. Even if Shaw's not fit enough to start the tournament, it's going to be Trippier out left back. Trippier's going to need an option out there. He can't be left exposed. So even if Foden does start to drift in field, Bellingham's occupying that space. Now Trent is going to start occupying these sort of areas. They need width. Saka will give them width.
Saka
and Walker, no problem. England, the two biggest hiccups for England right now, it's Trent in midfield and it's that left hand side. And it's not bringing another left back, and it's not bringing the likes of Rashford and Grealish, who you know can play on the left. Because you're playing players like, you think about it, right? They're gambles. Phil Foden, he started the World Cup, I remember, with dyed the hair blonde.
Yeah.
He was the weight of the nation on his shoulders. He started out on the right wing. Saka had him play second.
And what I would say,
He doesn't play well on the wing for
Going back
England.
to the World Cup, Southgate took that gamble and brought Rashford, and it paid off hugely. He had an incredible World Cup. Reminder, still off the bench. He only started once.
That was a scandal in itself.
Only started once. Still off the bench, and he was so impactful. I can't believe he's left Rashford home. Even for the gamble of, let's say it works that Shaw is fit for the tournament and Shaw plays.
The relationship
Shaw,
they have.
if you ask Luke Shaw who would you rather play with on the left hand side, is one answer.
Yeah.
It's Rashford, who he plays with all the time. And they are the best together. You get the best of Rashford when Shaw plays, you get the best of Shaw when Rashford plays.
And that's the predicament that Southgate has, especially like with an England team. You cannot leave out Bellingham, you cannot leave out Foden, you cannot leave out Saka. It's about fitting them all in. And then he's put he had the call whether he
Funny
pulled.
enough, I think Saka's someone you can leave out. I really do. I think if you told me you'd get the best of Foden on the right, I'd replace Saka with Foden. I would. Saka's not going to play on the left. That's never going to happen.
I think against the weaker teams. Now this is just me against the weaker teams. Instead of taking that chance of Trent in midfield, I just drop Bellingham in deeper, and I play Foden into 10.
Oh, and rightly so. You're the one to preach play the players in the best position.
Bellingham is I'm talking the weaker teams here. I'm talking you're going up against Slovenia.
I disagree with you.
It's a gamble. It's a massive gamble playing Trent. You want players playing the best positions. You're playing Trent in midfield. Then
I want no. I'm not saying it's right to do that. I think you want the players comfortable in their position in the tournament where they're going to be played against the big teams. There's no point you get Bellingham bringing back to the 8, right, against the weaker teams. Bellingham gets quite comfortable there, and then for the big games you're facing a Spain and you're moving Bellingham 10 then. No.
What if Foden's better than Bellingham in the 10?
Bellingham's out. Absolutely, Foden's a fantastic player. That's absolutely without a doubt, no problem there.
Bellingham got his move to Real Madrid for playing in the pivot.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying I don't think you should, for the weaker teams, play a lot of players in a different position. Get them settled in the tournament, get them knowing their jobs, and when it comes up against kind of when your back's against the wall against the really good teams in knockouts, you have something to fall back on. A muscle memory. For this group, I'm going to go.
I like England top.
Yeah,
I don't think this is where.
I don't think this is where you'll find. I think maybe Denmark. I would go to 2,
Yeah.
and then I would say probably Serbia. Would you say Serbia or Slovakia?
I've been in Denmark. There's a lot of high hopes out there.
You're only back from Denmark. You were in Denmark this morning.
I was.
4 a.m.
I left Denmark at 11 a.m. this morning,
Yeah.
and my trip to the airport started at 4:30.
Yeah.
And it's currently 10 p.m.,
It's 10
which is 11 p.m. Danish time. So, yeah.
You're in great form.
Yeah, I'm flying it.
Group D. Holland, Austria,
It's a tricky one.
France, Poland.
It's a tricky one. France are number 1.
France are number 1. France
And they're
are
my favourites for the tourney.
Yeah, France are incredible.
Holland have had some big news. They've had De Jong and Koop Miners
I've seen it.
dropped out
Yeah.
through injury,
Yeah.
and that's a massive part of their.
I'm nearly leaning Austria.
They are 2 for 2 in their friendlies to Holland, both 4-0 wins. So,
Holland are.
So they're playing well, and there's good vibe. And I think Xavi Simons is one to watch with them
Yeah.
for sure.
It is like
There is going to be there's going to be a
surprise. And we haven't a surprise in here yet.
No, we've been pretty safe so far.
That's why I'm thinking here. I think Holland could.
You can never hang your hat on them.
You can never hang your hat on them. They've missed World Cups qualifications due to just mares.
What makes you think Austria?
Just there's always a team like if you go back to the World Cup predictions, when would you have predicted bloody what's their names to get to the semi-finals? Like that dream story. Give me it. The country.
Which the last one?
The last World Cup in Qatar. It was fucking
Oh, fucking Morocco.
Morocco. Thank you. You know, you're almost just out of it.
Yeah, of course.
So I think if we're going to try and
Worm someone in.
Worm someone
Not
in.
Lewandowski's Poland.
I never really like watching Poland. I never think they offer that much. Like I feel like
No, they don't.
Like
They left Matty Cash at home. Matty Cash is off playing golf. He's playing golf now, Matty Cash. That's his summer.
Mason Mount was in Ireland. They're playing golf the other day.
Yeah, good place to go.
Another lad not in the fucking English squad, but how would you put him in?
He wasn't barely getting the United squad.
Yeah,
the Man
true.
United squad. Yeah, so I'm personally going to go Dutch, number 2.
Okay, because we're not going to think of any madness going on over here. So
You sure?
Austria 3.
Yeah.
Poland bottom. Right. Okay. Oh, actually, I have one here. You know,
Group E is a bit stinky.
Belgium aren't going to do well. I
They'll
like
get out of the
Belgium.
group.
They'll get out of the group. I don't like Belgium.
No.
I don't think they're going
Their
to.
squad's not good enough at all.
No, I don't think so.
I don't even know their manager's name.
Slovakia,
Unless Lukaku has something to say here.
Romania, Ukraine.
I have Ukraine over Romania.
Yeah, Romania are ass.
I don't know one player for Romania. Yeah, I'd go Belgium, Slovakia, Ukraine, Romania. Unless Slovakia go crazy and go.
That's what I was just thinking here, you know.
Yeah, they could very easily. I don't rate Belgium at all. Like at all.
I'm going Slovakia top.
They have a nice kit though.
Alright.
Let's do it. Let's lock that in.
Ukraine third. For the respect.
Last group.
Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Czech Republic. I'm going to go right away. I think Portugal are going.
You have
I
a
love
sneaky suspicion of Portugal. We've just watched them dismantle Republic of Ireland, by the way. Well, we left it at the 70th minute, and it was 3-0. I don't know what it is now.
Ronaldo with 2 tasty left-footed goals.
Yeah,
He's on form.
against Dar O'Shea.
Back from Saudi. I don't like any of the other teams.
Georgia, Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, yes.
Nation on his back.
Yes. He truly has a
Czech Republic, Suchek and Kufal, West Ham boys,
Both, I don't rate.
and Schick up front.
Don't mind him.
Bailed Leverkusen out a few times this year. Turkey.
Do you know what? I'll go Czech Republic there, would you? And Georgia's third?
Yeah.
And Turkey's up. Okay, that's all right.
Turkey and Georgia could be a toss.
Right, we're going to allow
Our third place
4
rankings.
teams in through the 4th spot. We've 6. We've Scotland, Croatia, Serbia, Australia, Ukraine, and Georgia.
These are interesting matchups.
Very interesting.
I'd go Croatia for sure.
Yeah.
Serbia, Austria, Scotland.
No.
Oh, could we take into account the groups they're in as well?
I've probably Georgia. I think they're going to come ahead of Turkey, and I think they can get something against the Czechs.
Just because they've Kvaratskhelia.
That's the only reason. The only reason.
I think Scotland are a good team.
also think Ukraine's group is pretty bad.
I go. I think Scotland can get a result against Switzerland. They can get a result against Hungary.
I don't think they'll get one against Switzerland.
They could.
I think they can get one against
I definitely think Scotland could do that.
Serbia.
Ukraine could.
I think Ukraine
pull
could.
something out
I
of
think
fire.
Ukraine could. We go Scotland second.
Yeah.
We almost put Austria through, don't forget,
Yeah.
here against the Netherlands. No, I don't actually rate them then to get through there, would you believe? I'd nearly go Georgia, Ukraine, would you believe?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Ukraine for sure can get something there.
Who does Serbia have? Nah, Serbia.
You think?
Yeah. Serbia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Georgia and Austria. Deadly. And that is our
Group stage done.
So, let's recap. Group A. Germany are topping it. Switzerland coming through in second, with Scotland qualifying through the back door and Hungary knocked out. Group B, we've Spain going through along with Italy in second place. We've Croatia coming in third, but them going through the back door, and Albania going out. England, we have topping the group in Group C. Denmark going through as well. We've Serbia, I believe, going through the back door, and Slovenia going out. Group D, we've France topping it with the Netherlands coming in second. We've Austria crashing out along with Poland. Group E, we've Slovakia topping it with Belgium going through as well. We've Ukraine going through the back door and Romania crashing out. And finally, in Group F, we've Portugal topping it, Czech Republic going through, and Georgia and Turkey leaving early.
I like it.
I like it too.
There's some nice games there. Some nice matchups.
Starts Friday.
Starts Friday.
It's Scotland against Hungary. It is Scotland.
Not Germany. Not the host nation starting to kick it off.
Germany, Scotland. Then is it?
Germany, Scotland. It
It
is.
is Germany, Scotland.
I should know. It's been on my phone the last month.
Yeah. Germany's against Scotland. That's a good game in itself.
Be good atmosphere at that.
Fantastic.
For sure.
Always have a good atmosphere.
I'm really intrigued with Germany as well. I really want to see how they get on.
I love kind of once you kind of a week in, you see how every team is lined up for the first game. You see,
Because I remember even the last Euros, Italy kind of they played so well in the first game. They just caught everyone's attention.
Yeah.
I love when a team that happens.
And we're gonna have teams that are gonna get kind of half it handed them in the first leg, and they have to just kind of for the next few games they have to kind of adapt. And we're gonna have teams that weren't even half at it. Like I remember Belgium in the last World Cup they were never at it once.
No.
And it was like this massive inquest into them. I think it's going to be something similar, to be honest here.
France. It's just
France are never
they're always
on fire.
No, but it's just the way
In
they
the groups.
play. They're safe.
They're really safe. They're never on
They
fire.
stay solid, and then they just have magic.
Magic players. I think Deschamps always just relies on that the magic will come.
Yeah.
Like I think he stays it very safe. They honestly at times you think they're not playing that well, France, but then next thing they're just
there.
If you go back at the 2018 Group World Cup that they won,
I can't remember one game they played really well.
not one. I remember
Bar the Argentina game, but that was just because it was a great game.
It was a really good game. But they get through it again because and even go back to the final they lost to Argentina. They've magic. Like Argentina played them off the park.
Yeah,
Mbappe had two magic moments.
yeah,
One in particular. I mean,
for sure.
that's what France
That's
is.
what they can do.
And Mbappe's in very, very good form right now.
He's feeling good,
He's feeling good.
and he'll want to be. He wants to make a point. I'm sure.
He's going to the jersey there that's behind you, so who wouldn't be feeling good about that? But yeah, I really like the look of that. I'm really excited. We're going to
I'm
cover
excited as well.
all the kind of opening games that happened this weekend.
This is the start of it, isn't it? This is we've spent
Next month ball now
since October. It's been Premier League, bit of Champions League sprinkled in.
And we're always a Premier League podcast. That's what we are. We always touch the Premier League mostly. That's why we kind of have a big emphasis on England here because they're all Premier League players. But I think
I think it's safe to say that for the next month, it's going to be very much Euro-centric.
Oh, completely. And
If there's
and
obviously
there
if
is
there's big
transfer
news, if there's big news.
Yeah.
Seen actually just to finish up, Douglas Luiz very close Juventus
know.
move. That's a loss for the league. I might be upset.
I thought he would have
I'd be
got
upset.
I thought he would have got a big move in the Prem.
And see who's coming in return for him. Weston McKennie and Ilon Jr.
He's had very, very poor.
He was at Leeds, was he not?
Yeah,
3 years on loan at Leeds. He
very
was
poor
bad.
spell. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're getting fleeced.
What's the price? 30?
It's like plus 20 or 30. Yeah. I don't know if it's enough.
No, it's not.
And they're getting the young guy, Ilon Jr., who's unproven still. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's slow on transfers is because of the Euros.
Of course.
So it's going to be Euro.
And I think a lot of teams are pretty tied.
Oh, they are so
With
tough. But it's going to be
FFP.
Euromania for the next month. Then it's going to be transfers the whole way for the next. It's literally
And pre-seasons then, looking to see what way
Straight
teams
away.
are shaping up.
straight away. So look, we're really excited for the next while. This was kind of a build-up in terms of what we think is going to happen initially in the group stage of the Euros. Let us know what you think is going to happen and who's going to go through, and we will see you back here after the opening games this same time
Yeah.
next week.
Let's do
See
it.
you then, guys.